Hi everyone! Welcome to my next hiking video. I just couldn't resist this hike this afternoon. It is such a beautiful day and I've been outside doing things to get ready for winter around my cabin, which you'll see a video about that pretty soon. And this is a brand new park where I have not explored one particular trail, and we're going to go down it together and check it out. And when I turn this around, I want to address this to someone who left me a comment and a question the other day. And I need to apologize because I think I accidentally deleted your comment, and I did not mean to. Sometimes I use my Chromebook and the keyboard is just so darn touchy. And I went back to try to find the comment and I couldn't find it. But I'm going to turn this around and answer your question. And I hope you're watching this so you know I didn't delete your comment on purpose. And maybe it's still there, I just can't find it. But I wanted to answer your question because your question was a really good one. And I'm going to talk about something that I really didn't plan on talking about, and that is some of the comments related to religious beliefs and how some people are encouraging me to follow their belief, and I need to address that and to maintain the focus of my channel because that's very important to me. So I'm going to turn this around. I'm Max. And I'm sorry I don't remember your name, but the comment was either yesterday or the day before, and it had to do with, they said fireplace, but I'm wondering if they're talking about a wood stove. I'm not sure. Bring my phone a little closer. But what they were experiencing was, now apparently they're new at operating either a fireplace or a wood stove, and I wanted to address it in this video too because it's so important for anyone else who's going to be getting warmed up with a fireplace or a wood stove this winter. And their question was, is it normal for smoke to come out through the door when they open it, when they're starting a new fire? And I have more than one answer to that, so I'm going to throw them all out here. But I don't know if you've just purchased a wood stove or a home with a fireplace, but if so, please make sure that your chimney was professionally cleaned before you try to light any fires. And I do my own chimney. I clean it myself. That's only because I watched someone else do it for about 5 years and learned from him how to do it. But that is number one, because if you don't have a clean chimney and you have creosote and soot build up in that chimney, it's going to greatly affect the airflow and the ability for that fire to catch. And so that's probably not what's going on, because I have another idea. But I wanted to make sure that your chimney has been cleaned and inspected and that there is nothing impeding that airflow. So here's what I do. Let's say it's I've woken up in the morning and the fire's out, and of course the chimney's cold because the fire has not been burning, and I have to start a new fire. So I get my kindling and my newspaper and some birch paper. I love to use that. And I do not shut the door right away. I leave it open maybe about an inch to help that fire get started. And of course, never walk away and leave it with the door open. That goes without saying, right? But leaving that door open for just a minute or two to get that fire going, and then close the door. And once your kindling is burning, then you can add more logs. But the smoke will go up the chimney, or should go up the chimney, when that door is open. Now, if it's not, I would have someone inspect your chimney, because that means the air is not rising the way it should be with that door open. Now, I had something happen to me. Well, I'll save that for last. Let's say your fire's going. You've got your kindling going. You've added a log. But each time you open that door, a little bit of smoke comes out. I think that's okay, because mine does that too. And sometimes, to help the flow of that air to go up the chimney, I have a window, actually two, that are very close to my wood stove. And I'll open that window just a crack or two, and that moving air inside my cabin will push that air up through the stove and up the chimney, and help that fire too. And sometimes when your house is, mine's very drafty, so I don't have this problem, but it's my understanding that if a house is very, very well insulated and sealed, opening that window just a little bit will generate enough of an airflow to get that fire going, and then you can shut the door. Now, here's something that happened to me once, and it was actually very scary. And I'm sure it's not applicable to you, but I want to say it anyway. When I first moved into my cabin, I had a different wood stove, a very cheap one, with a very cheap chimney, and the air was not going up the flue the way it should. And what had happened was, there was a small screen on the top of the chimney outside, and I had inadvertently burned some wood that was still wet, and that screen got all clogged up with creosote. So I had someone take the screen out, and it works great now. But if there's any buildup at all in your chimney, that air can come right down and out your wood stove, and your fire won't burn. So make sure that, number one, your chimney was clean, and number two, leave the door open just a little bit with your kindling to get the fire started. And number three, just crack open a window somewhere nearby your fireplace or wood stove. You said fireplace, but I'm not sure. Oh, Max. I'm not sure if you meant wood stove or not, but a fireplace, of course. Maggie's, come on. Might have a glass insert, because I had a house once that had one. But if the air is not going up the chimney, that means something's blocking it. Now, another thing is that in the wintertime, and I don't know where you live, but in the wintertime, that chimney pipe has to warm up, because obviously heat rises, right? So if your chimney's cold, that cold air is pushing down the chimney, and the warm air is trying to get up. And that's another reason why the smoke is coming out. Come on, Max. Come on. She does not want to go. I don't know why. I'm going to carry her. So, leaving your door open to get that fire started will help warm up that outside chimney. So please let me know if this helps you. I suspect your house is probably very well insulated, and you don't have much of a draft to get that fire started. And I suspect opening your window will really help. And I'm out of breath because Maggie didn't want to walk anymore, and I'm carrying her, but I'm going to put her down in a minute. And I have something else that I'd like to talk about. And I actually wasn't too sure if I was going to, but I decided I would. Come on, Max. Come on. Once in a while, I'll receive a comment. Come on, Max, come on. And I'm sure these people mean well. Come on. But they'll make a reference to their own religion. Maggie, come on. Encouraging me to go along with their own beliefs. And I'm always very polite. Come on, Max, come on. I'm always very polite and say no thank you, because I've made it very clear that I don't follow any particular religion. Oh, Maggie. She does not want to go, and I'm not sure why. But I received one. Sorry, I had to bend down and pick her up. Oh, she doesn't want to go. I received one just the other day. And I realized maybe it's time I mention this again, that I do not follow any particular religion, and I do not promote any particular religion. I have written pretty extensively about my spiritual and supernatural experiences in There's a Something. And I'm a very sensitive soul, and I have my own beliefs. So I just wanted to put that out there as a reminder that I'm very glad if you have your own beliefs, but I respectfully request that you not try to impose them on me, or for that matter, for anyone. And I suppose there are one in particular who feel that it's their duty to supposedly save people. And you may very well feel that you're entitled to do that. But I think it's overbearing, and I don't think it's very appealing to assume that your beliefs are superior to anybody else's. And I'm trying to say it the best way I possibly can. I think what we need to do is honor our own beliefs, our own experiences, because I have not lived your life, and you have certainly not lived mine. And I also noticed that since I've talked so much about, gosh, I'm out of breath because I'm carrying Maggie. Since I've talked about much of my life that's been difficult. No, you're coming this way. Come on. Come on, Max. There was a little bit of an sympathy about my past, and that's okay. I understand that, and I appreciate that. But I don't need to be in agreement with your own beliefs. To help me, because I don't agree with your beliefs. And it's as simple as that. So if we can learn to honor each other and honor other people and not impose our beliefs on others, I think that's the message in this video. Because we don't know what we don't know, and other people may have more experiences than you. And I understand that some religions are very focused on their beliefs and how they view others in the world. But I really think that people should not be so overbearing and assume that their beliefs are their way or the highway. And so I think that's all I'm going to say on that. And I respect anyone for whatever your beliefs are and whatever you choose to follow and whatever you choose to believe. So there you go. I do appreciate your comment. Hopefully you know who you are. And I did not want to write a very long explanation because I didn't want to feel like I was defending my own beliefs. And I guess in a way I am. But if you read There Is a Something, you may realize that there's much more than what you're claiming in your comment. And that there are much more realms in our world. And our ability to perceive those realms. And I would love to talk about it more if you have questions about my book. Because this is the reason for my channel. To be inspiring, to be uplifting, to consider possibilities, and not be focused on one particular belief or another. However, everyone has the right to do so. So I hope that made sense. And I'm sure that there are very many YouTube channels with particular religious beliefs that maybe that person might be more comfortable with. And I had another comment. I guess I'm going to be responding to comments in this video. This was in reference to another video. Now this really taught me something, and this is why I'm mentioning it. I think I've done 6 or 7 videos on being an estranged parent. And I recently uploaded another one because I'm always getting new ideas and new thoughts. And thoughts for videos that I think might still be helpful. And shortly thereafter, very soon after I uploaded that video, I received a comment from someone that indicated that perhaps my content was being unbalanced by talking about this topic too much. And that, come on, Mags, and that maybe I should start a new YouTube channel for that topic only. And I thought, wow, maybe I shouldn't have published that. Maybe I am talking about that too much. Now, I'd only received a few comments besides theirs. So I started thinking, maybe I shouldn't have published that. Maybe I'm talking about being an estranged parent too much. Well, I realized a few hours later that video was getting a lot of views. And many, many people were thanking me for being so inspirational and so positive. And for sharing my own personal stories. Maggie, come on, come on, come on. Oh, what's she doing? Maggie. And that video, and I'm still a new channel, and it might have gotten 3,000 views, I can't remember. Pretty close. And I realized that it was not a mistake to upload that video. And that if one person, well, this is strange. Why is there a chain hanging from that? That's really strange. And I suddenly realized that if one person did not care for my video and felt that it did not fit in my channel, but 2,000 other people did, then I'm glad I published that video. And that's what goes with YouTube, right? There's always going to be a different reaction. And you are all most welcome to those different reactions, and I welcome them all. But it caused me a moment to sort of stop and say, wow, maybe I am talking about this too much. Shippy, come on! Oh, when it's high tide, Shippy can swim. This is beautiful. Shippy! And I'm so glad I published that video. And yes, I will do more. And I will do more because so many people are telling me that they are benefiting from these types of videos. And that's what tells me that it is so worthwhile for me to continue talking about it. And no, it's not the prime focus of my channel, but the prime focus of my channel is to be inspiring and to be a positive light in this darkening world, because this world is becoming darker and darker. Oh, this is too cute. Sheppy's gonna swim. And I hope to be doing this for years with my YouTube channel and share everything I've learned in my life and talk about my real experiences and my real troubles and my real struggles and how none of them broke me. And when my book comes out, I'm sure there will be all kinds of reactions, which I know, and that's going to be okay with me, because there will be people that understand my position. There will be people who find fault with me. There will be people who are angry, and there will be people who are thankful because they can relate to my experience. And it is to those people who I write my book for, and I will put that in the preface as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and again, I hope you figure out that smoke scenario with your stove. I'm sorry. If you went back to your comment and it was gone, I did not delete it on purpose. My Chromebook is just, it's done it before with comments, and I don't understand why. I must be hitting a key too quickly without realizing it. And so please let me know if that helps. And for all of you trying to be helpful to encourage me with your own particular religion, please know that I do not follow any, and if you could refrain from that, that would be really great. And that would be wonderful. Thanks so much, everyone. Please feel free to ask me about things you'd like me to talk further about, or things that I've discussed that maybe weren't clear, or maybe I didn't talk about them enough. I read all of your comments, and that's why I'm so far behind. I think I'm 2 days behind. Tonight I'll try to get caught up. And I wish I had more time to respond in depth to so many, very many of them. And so thanks so much, everyone, and I hope you're all having a great day, and I hope you enjoyed this beautiful, beautiful view. Take care.